Good evening, night arts. So, how are you guys doing? I hope you did took some longs on the previous from the previous stream that I've been mentioning. It was a quite good one, to be honest with you, because we had some juicy trades coming up. So, like always, I started to use some streams, some memes, like back in the days. We used to start with it, so I kind of like it. And let's see how the market's gonna be. Just because in 4 days we're gonna have monthly lows. That's one day before the weekly and with the weekly close. So it's gonna be two quite major levels at the same kind of momentum, if you can say like that. So be aware. That could be as well something that could hold us higher or lower. Same thing, but February opened it, right? So that's why I'm putting this meme up as well. It's something to remind us that we are aiming kind of for a resistance or maybe support if we can flip it. No matter what, let's move on to the charts because there are quite a lot of things to talk about it and go through. Let's start with VIX. We didn't manage to close and get back about 21. So that was the resistance area that I've been aiming. That's the same level over here. 3 times the chart. We didn't do it. We are aiming to go lower. Now, the thing is, I don't care about the low time frame about it. I'm always saying on the daily. Why? It just gives you a bit more perspective move of the volatility. 4 hour, it's fine, but still you need a little bit more data. So this is my whole data of it. We are fully uptrending still. Still, we're not gonna get back below 17.27. Right, that's the first hip. Not really care that much about it. The most important one is for me the 16. Why? Because that hip took you all the way into this high and we didn't regain that afterwards. So either way, we're gonna get back at or below 17. That's still fine to get and regain higher up because we are still holding on the uptrend. Only when we're going to do something like this, and then the next one is going to be quite low and we will carry on to the downside, and we start to change all of that stuff, right? So the technically change of character of that. So be aware of that, right? This is the kind of the pocket that you want or don't want to regain. It's up to you in which mind of sentiment of the market you are in. So that's the pocket, right? We can go below that. So yeah, we could have much more potential up movement on the market, but still carry on. That's fine. If we start to reverse on it, we potentially looking for a reversal, right? It's going to be head short or whatsoever. Now moving on the Dixie, same thing. I've been eyeing it as well on the 97.9. We didn't freaking regain the high of that one, and we potentially aiming to get lower, right? The first low that we're going to aim for is the low of 97.14. That's the retest because that still could grind a little bit more into it. So squeezing, right? Potentially, and then breaking in any kind of direction it wants to. So far, we still didn't regain that. Potentially dollar going lower. That's good for the market. And yes, we still have some room to run on it. So yeah, that's still potentially the play, right? But if we start to flip the 98 and we're gonna aim for the resistance, then we're gonna go back at 98.66 and in the bigger pocket of resistance, right? That's the first resistance we're gonna get back at it. Technically a little bit more front run it with this hip. Now moving on the full market. So total. Unfortunately, we did break the low, right? That's kind of the deal. We are still holding on the highest one, sorry, the lowest one, and the most one that you should pay attention on. Something between like here. It's not something significant, but there is something to consider. Why? Because if we broke that low, you definitely need to regain this high for any potential market continuation, right? That's the only play. If you're not gonna do that, then you're gonna drift off and you're gonna go back at the lows. Simple as that. Why? Because the structure wise, you technically been broken. But now confirming it, you need to regain or fail at the highs. That's the second step. Always 2 steps away, right? So yeah, potentially yeah, this is nice candle for the uptrend. Let's see how we're gonna be dealing with it from tomorrow and the end of the weekend. Weekend is not here yet anymore. Weekend. So yeah, Gold still grinding up, higher up, like I've been saying. We kind of aiming for the for this whole pocket over here. If I might use the stupid fibs just to make it a little bit more quicker and easier for showing you guys where is the resistance. So this is technically the resistance what you're aiming for. It's only a resistance. It's not a stupid fib technically, or because we did broke the structure, but we didn't get lower than this wick. So I'm not really considering that as a stupid fib. It's just a resistance that we might come back into something like this, holding that, and then you have the continuation, right? So this kind of structure or pattern or whatsoever. So yeah, this is the how I'm looking at it. So there is a little bit more of a low time frame high up liquidity. So if we may even wick into that one, potentially yes. 4 hour ones, I'm not sure if there is plenty. Not, yeah, there is a pocket. So we could even wick into that pocket and then see some sideways or even getting a little bit more lower into this this structure. So anyhow, this is no matter how you look at it, will be still uptrending till you're not gonna come back below 4.8. Okay, so easy as that. Just to visualize this to people, because most likely people are scared of gold to trade or to take a hit of it, but this is still uptrending right into the resistance. So how we're going to be dealing with resistance, that will say in the time that we're going to get there, most likely we're going to have a kind of a reversal on it, or in even like pullback for major continuation, right? Moving on, just to mention, this shit, he started to show some strength. Nothing significant yet. Still, we're not gonna get back above the 83. Closing anything on the daily above that and holding that, right? So this is just a push into the resistance. That's all fine. Yes, we regained that hit, but for me, the structure-wise is 83 and dollar. Then we start to turn around, right? And I really don't like that, but I might look into the long position of it for any up movement, for hedging it, to be honest, because the short that I took, it's still in, and I will keep that one for quite a while. That's the short that I took from here, and we've been grinding it out till almost 40% of the move. So pretty nice, if you ask me. Look, now the long, still point of control is for me 7.73. If you're gonna lose that, technically we did settle a new low on it here. So this regain, that's fine for uptrend continuation, but we need to regain the 83 for confluence. That's all. So moving on from that shitty. Yeah, that's why I can mention that as well today. I always forgot about that CME gap. A major one is still here. This is as well, I'm going to cover that in a second. If we're going to get back at a high of the 71, above that, there is an M pattern. So that's the resistance where we might see some like relief bounce, and that's going to be one of our reversal signs somewhere over here, right? So yeah, same thing what we did over here. Dominance. Now it's start to get interesting because we did break the dominance low. So continuation of the downside, it is, right? So far that's good. Potentially for the dominance, right? We want that increase, sorry, decrease, increase on Bitcoin, and increase, like heavily increase on alts. Do we see that? Hell yeah. Right? Did I be mentioning that the last couple streams? Yeah, definitely. So if you didn't took any kind of charts or trade from it, then I'm sorry. Uh, breaking the low, that's fine. Now we still could potentially fail from this and have a continuation, or even come a little bit higher, or even like dominance likes to tempt not really following the structure fully. I like just to see it, but it's not really something that is holding on. It's quite whiffy with it, so we could even like straight and go lower up. Next kind of a hip to hold on is this, right? This area over here. Area that I'm kind of looking to get in, that we're gonna get back at bear market stuff. I'm tempted to look at 50-ish%. Right, let's see how we're gonna be dealing with that. So potentially good. so far. Never look at this. I need to delete that flow. Now it starts to get interesting. Why? Because like I've been mentioning this for quite a long time as well, since we had this freaking flip of alts and stablecoins, large caps, and shitcoins over here. This momentum from the moment that we start to dump, right, into the 61, we had this split and we never come back for it. So we never even come close to the neutral line on capital flow index. Now, the interesting spot start when I mentioned that on Sunday, when we start to move into the the core trend of the liquidity on the daily, that's still at 68-ish 4. That's the flip for potentially a little bit more uptrend. But if we start to move into that, we might see the first touch of break of this whole split, what we have. And we got it. We literally got it. The stablecoins bit down. The money start to flow into the market. Alts are still heavy in. That's the way, that's the reason that I took all of those trades as well. Shitcoin start to skyrocket, and large caps start to move as well. So we already seeing a flip of it, right? It's just the first one, so potentially we could do something like that, right? And then do it again. Same thing, we've been doing it over here. A bit more cleaner, less junky like that, price action over here, but still something that I'm kind of looking at it for relief bounce and then maybe a bigger move again to the downside, right? And the oscillators start to pick up as well with the own chain, so that start to look good. Cash flow comes back into the almost close to the neutral line, still negative. So we could see potential reversal in the next day if we start to close a little bit more higher up. So that could be a next one. That's good. But the flips start to change when we reach the neutral line. So we are still far away from it. And we are not even close into the positive cash flow, right? So yeah, that's that. And moving on the capital flow index, overall market view is still, we are potentially nice already bouncing from it. Still low, but still some sign of strength. Let's see if we're going to continue and getting with all of the market above the minus 58-ish area. So we're going to be quite higher up. Dixie start to pick up a pace as well, and VIX, of course, dumps a little bit lower, and the rest of the market start to reverse. So potential a small relief bounce. Continuation still need to be confirmed. Right? I think that's clear. Now, moving on, let's hide this. As I've been mentioning, we are close to from 4 days, was it? Yeah, 4 days to a monthly close or open, however you want to call it. And we are still in the same kind of position, not much change overall. So as I've been saying, the next monthly open is going to be again the 5th bearish market close, right? We still could potentially do one more and then close one, maybe positive, and then another one as well, lowerish, and then start to do some potential to the downside, right? Because we are, to be honest with you, closer to the bear market than to the all-time high, right? Overall, so don't aim for the all-time high because that's far away from now, and the rest is gonna be as well shown while we are gonna be aiming for the weeklies. Well, because right now, if we start to close the weekly higher than 69-ish 1, let's say, so that's the first high that you really need to regain on the weekly. So we're gonna flip your weekly open. That's gonna be a quite positive high, weekly high. So we could potentially see as a relief bounce, a small pullback, then coming back at the underside retest, right? So we're gonna do the Q4 April or March stuff over here, right? That's the whole underside retest that kind of I'm aiming for, especially on the daily. That's going to be much more visible because there is two resistance, main resistance one. So that's February, of course, open. That's the one of the biggest one. And then you have your underside retest at technically at starting at 83.4. So this is your freaking biggest resistance. Going back at it, right? Mind that there is, that's the end of the, oh, sorry, a little bit lower was it? Because I was aiming for that pocket of liquidity. right? Mind that we kind of aiming to take out of all of this stuff, right? When we do that, when we clear that, we might potentially see some movement to that. We still could wick a little bit more higher up, and then that's the yearly, and that's done, right? So potentially, yeah, we have some movement in front of us, but that will be much more clearer when we start to regain stuff on high time frame. The first regain on high time frame is the daily, right? That's the weekly, what we are right now. Above it, closing above that, that's perfect, that's clean. We're gonna aim for the next resistance, right? But coming back at all of these highs, that's gonna be the second time that we get back at 70-ish. We potentially could have a pullback, right? And then do another one. So you're gonna do this whole rounding move if you're not gonna do explosive move in the one go. Not really seeing that. But we could potentially skip some orders. Now 4 hour. I'm gonna switch on the game plan, so that's gonna be quite easier for people to understand what I'm talking about, I guess. This line, one line, like I've been saying, you don't need much, but just one line. At that line, 82.7, what's the line in the sand, right? That's the support. Why? Because on top of that line, sorry, below, technically, below that line, right, over here, below that line, we have that whole block that I've been mentioning that for freaking ages already, that they are looking like they are starting to stack some things over here. That was quite low. They start to adding it, moving it a little bit lower, right? And then moved a little bit higher up, but they still kept that order flow in. And then the major ones start to get back at here, right? So it's a little bit lower than that, 61-ish, but it's still a block of support, right? It doesn't matter if we get there or not. It's something to consider. If it's below your structure, means not only the structure is support, but then you have the orders to back this up, right? This is all natural placed orders, nothing artificial about it. They've been stacked for like heavier, a bit low, and they've been some pulling around, and then like starting to like playing around with this, but then still considering it as support, right? We came back from all of that volume profile at the lows, like that's literally the low of the low, and right now we are above of the point of control. So perfect, perfect. That's why I've been aiming for that as a support. This is well that block of here, that green block that shows you the support. But yeah, perfect trade to the T. And from that one, what did we do right now? So I'm in from 62.8-ish or 7-ish. I don't remember, 7-ish, I guess. Quite nice. 10% movement on Bitty. Nice. I think that's a pretty good trade, right? If you ask me. Overall, what are we doing? Skipping daily, and right now we are above weekly. That means daily is not tested yet. Potentially we could do that later on. Not seeing it yet, just because we have some more support above us, 65H3. That block over here could be potentially, if we're going to come back, or if not, we're going to flip the weekly right now. We retest the weekly and you have a continuation still higher, right? That's all possible. What are we doing now? This hip, not something that I'm kind of looking to short from, because I'm not considering this hip as in a structure-wise something important. Why? Because we didn't regain this with it. If and only if this hip could go a little bit more higher up, close above this, and then retrace fully to the low, I would say like, yes, this is a valid high to short from it. But it isn't. Because I've been vocal about that as well. We didn't do anything above 68.9. That was the line in cent, still is, right? And that's the gain of the lose. We are above the mid-range. That's the first technically high that we need to get above to get here. But it's going to be easier for you if you understand the structure that we didn't regain anything. So that high do not matter. That's why we don't see a reaction from it so far, right? That's obvious. So yeah, moving on. Liquidity, we are taking the highest up. We still have some pocket above us to get back. And to be honest with you, this looks like we could even go back straight or in like couple candles into the 76. Right? That's the resistance. That's the first ever resistance from the high that you're gonna see. Why? Because we didn't regain that, right? We didn't regain with this hip. We come close, we fail from it. So now the second time, or sorry, the third time, we're gonna try. That's the area that I will try to short it. If we start to close something above this hip, right, on 4 hour, like do something like close above it, I will pull my shorts for a while, because then we aim to get a little bit more higher up, maybe some structure and sideways, and then do another leg up. That's going to be really that strong move. So far, it's just one move into the upside. That doesn't discard anything of the pullback yet, till we're going to close anything below any levels or structure-wise. So I hope that's clear. I don't know if it makes sense to most of the people, but it does to me. And this is the how I play it, always structure-wise. And yes, we are getting into this whole band pocket. That's all fine. We always can continue into it. And the thing is, it's not only the band that you need to consider, it's the filling it of the band. So that's kind of the fading in and fading out of the orders that's holding it. We got into that band, but that band is empty. So not much of something to press or push us to the downside. Into the other direction, they start to fill in. So while you're coming back at it, and it starts to get something like here, filled up. Now that's heavy stuff, right? To hold up. Liquidity. We had that pocket. We are above the, yeah, see, we already, with this whole candle, one candle, we regain, or technically we kill this whole liquidity pocket, core pocket. So yeah, we are above the core line. We are getting above. We tempt get higher up for the low liquidity at the resistance of here, right? And that could be potentially nice short if we show some weakness. Means first weakness that I would like to see is on 1 hour, for example. 1 hour is gonna break. That's the first weakness. Right now, how does the 1 hour look like? It's quite strong. This is all strong. Coming back at least 66.1, that's your continuation move. Why? Because the first thing that you need to break, it's already here, way below that, 64.7. But yeah, this is still full on going on. Here we're gonna see some reverse. So far, doesn't look like yet. And my aim is at least I'm gonna try to see if I can show something from 78. Right? That's the whole pocket. But that's only for hedging it. Yeah, that's, I think, all on Bitty. Don't think I skipped something. Oh yeah, that's all on Bitty. Now let's move on the juicy stuff. Hype, unfortunately, like I mentioned in the post as well, I couldn't take the trade because I was in midnight. So I was in front of the chart. So it was freaking perfect to be able to take it, because I was freaking double bottom of wicks. That or even this wick. So that wick was the most perfect trade ever. But yeah, I rather sleep than trade in the night. We did break the structure on it, right? So the full structure, what we did over here, all of that stuff been broken. Fairly enough, we've been holding on a yearly, so that's a really good level to hold on it and keep it above it. Potentially hype, I'm not sure if it's coming back yet. We could be bouncing back from weekly and then coming back into the daily and do some grinding higher up. Not sure if we're gonna get back at this lows anymore. Usually it's been heavy, quite tested already. So for hype, yeah, I'm not in the trade. Yes, I am in the spot, but not in a leverage trade, unfortunately. But I don't care. It's fine. There's always going to be a next one. And who knows, maybe we're going to get even a really nice one if we're going to get back at the high of this one, because that still potentially is a high that you should care about it for any potential short into the lows. So let's see how we're going to be playing that. Okay, overall, this is still freaking strong, right? Flipping the yearly like that, it's massive, because remember that line over here. And what did we do? We've been up and down, came down, freaking one big ass move with the second continuation and they're just grinding into that line, and now we are exploding. This is freaking 101 high time frame RSI flip. Easy. Now let's have a look on injective. Injective, yeah, I'm so freaking happy about this trade. Like, this was one of the perfect trades I took this year. Like, I freaking hell, really awesome. I'm kind of looking for the continuation right now. I didn't want to shit a bet with my entry, so I did not pull a new trade from it. What I could do, because I was kind of aiming for it, but then I decided not to do. I did add heavily, massively heavily to my margin and just maxed out on the leverage on it. So yeah, this is gonna be just for the continuation. I'm gonna keep that back till, let's see how high it's gonna get, just for shit and giggles. But yeah, it's all great looking. Why? Because structure-wise, we fundamentally changed that whole freaking structure, and it's quite juicy looking as well. Right now, even 4 hour, we closed below previous this high, what took us to the low, and we regained that. So any pullback into the lows whatsoever, holding that freaking daily, you're gonna get back at the weekly. That weekly, it's already been tested. I'm not even looking at it as any kind of resistance, but then February it is. Flip that, you're getting back at this. And the previous daily open of the resistance that took us all the way to the downside. Done. I'm still looking for the uptrend for that one. So all freaking great. Awesome stuff. Like, I couldn't get more happier than that about it. Second one that makes me kind of blush is freaking AVEX. That one it's playing around with emotions a lot, like quite a lot, because I think, yeah, I sent that to Smyrn. If you zoom in, if you are that crazy and you're gonna zoom in, that level hold was one of the most perfect level holds that you can have. Like, this is like millimeters work. Like, it's I was thinking like, fucking, is this a sneaky close or not? Because I couldn't see it. I seriously almost couldn't see. I needed to zoom in. I was laughing about it. Like, this is freaking great. That hold or that support, like, to the T. All like perfection it is. Now, in one go, we quite skyrocket, to be honest with you. And we had a really good retest even of that one over here. Perfect. And then we just skyrocketed 15% into the highs of it. Now, note that we did regain this high. What technically been the high that you regain of this. And that high is quite heavily regained. And we are continuing higher. And now, you can argue with me whatever you want, because yes, we are still not in the close of the candle, but we did settle a new higher high on it. This is uptrending big time, right? For head short, boy, I seriously don't want to short it, but hey, if you want it, then you need to be on 50 minutes. Only thing that's gives me a little bit more like, yeah, if you want the shorts, then you need to break first this high, sorry, this low, right, on 5 minutes. You need to break that. Any retest of this 9.6, it could bring you a little bit lower. Yes. If I'm gonna do that, I'm not willing to short that. I'm gonna hold all of my shorts, no matter what. If we even retrace, I don't care. I'm gonna reload the load long on it, because any kind of retrace right now on a high time frame, I'm aiming to get back at the weekly, right, close by, or even at this hip. So yeah, this is freaking juiciest ass trade together with injective and AVEX. And I'm not sure if you guys know that or not, because I've been mentioning that as well quite a lot on my streams, but AVEX and injective tend to trade same way. That means back to back, no matter what happens on the charts, you can take exact pinpoint the same trades. Right now, it looks a little bit different, but before this range, we used to trend all similar, right? Because injective had this major move on it, and I think AVAX is doing right now. So now it's AVAX a little bit more maybe behind than injective, but no matter what, they attempt to trade the same. Why? Because we had this high, low, higher low, higher high. Back to back, same thing, right? All the lows that I took from those two are exact pinpoint the same, and they are doing exact the same moves, right? This did right now 90%, injective did over here with one candle 15%. So yeah, I trade them always back to back, no matter what, and working out for me. So it's what it is. Now render, finally, I freaking took some trade on that one after I took the trade from here. So I've been quite sideways for it, and then it did this shady move for people, what people took off guard, and then we came back at low. Now, freaking it, I don't know how they do it, but they really don't want to get at the swing points. Like, rarely, and it's hard for them to get to it, to touch even the freaking retest that previous structure. That's quite funny, but at the same time, it shows strength, right? If something doesn't fully retrace, it's showing strength in no matter which way it is, because we have earlier failures, right? So it's kind of the front running of everything. It's heavier, right? So it makes sense if you look at the structure much more on it. So it didn't. So it pissed me off for a second, but then I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do the retest of that one, and it came quite nicely, perfectly at 1.24. So I didn't think it will, because I really thought it's gonna go and do one more move. But yeah, it nicely retraced. Daily open, not even test the daily, and that was front run it as well, and it freaking went off, right? So let's say from the daily we are 12% up. Nice, right? And I took the trade quite nicely over here with the stop loss below the freaking wick. Because why? Thing is, you had this low, this higher high, you broke that. That's fine, right? You broke that, so you're aiming to get there. You didn't do that. You moved higher from it, and you start to regain the previous structure. That's this hip. So after that structure regain, you're not gonna do the retest. That's fine. So you have a continuation. If you do the retest, that's your perfect entry, because there is no point anymore to get here, right? I hope that's clear. But yeah, finally I got the freaking long on that one. To the T. Now for render, I'm kind of aiming we're gonna do something into this resistance, because remember with this wick, this retest, we've been testing this high. Everything above this, what we are right now, it's a free move to get higher up. Okay, so if that makes sense, I'm kind of aiming right now into the pocket of $1.50. So here, this is the resistance. And to be resistance again, yes, potentially this could play out, right? Is as a resistance, going back at the weekly or whatsoever, right? And then doing some bigger moves. Why? Because this is still uptrending right now. Still uptrending. Didn't break that trend. Okay, so I hope that's quite clear. Now for Solana, I did take the long on that one. It was a bit iffy because I didn't had that much faith into that one. But it was a really nice one as well, with some wicks into the downside. That's why I said make sure you keep your stop loss quite understandable wide. Not something that you should do like freaking 4 or 5, but like I had it 2.5, I guess, first, and then I move it to 2%, so it's still fine, right? But it's 2%. It's maybe for some people heavy, but it is what it is. Took the long on that one, and it's freaking going off, right? Closing the 4 hour right now, bro. That's fundamental changing stuff, because you're closing below that range already, and the only thing that's holding you, not really holding, but it's definitely gonna be regained in one way or another way. It's gonna be this hip over here. So, why is it changing if we close above this? Because technically, what we did over here, we did close below this structure, not about the fully low, the lowest low, but we did close below that. So now we are back in the game again. Okay. Cool. Cool stuff. So yeah, guys, I think that's all from my perspective from the last week. And it played out, right? Unfortunately, the hype is the only one what didn't. But yeah, it is what it is. I don't mind. It's fine to be in all of those trades. Quite happy about it. Quite nice. And they are freaking printing. Like Bitcoin, I don't think that's going to stop. It would be nice if we're going to regain that. That would be really nice. So yeah, how about you guys? What are you dealing with from beginning of the week? Let me have a look on the chat. Profit, nice. Hey Adrian. Yeah, that's so scary. Why there are so many memes with Hey Adrian? Is it from Rocky? That Rocky or Sylvester Stallone was it? Which one was it? Adrian. Just because of that. But yeah. Yeah, Lansby, how you doing? Game late, girlfriend usually. Yeah. Okay, given Lansby, it's okay. No worry. Make you feel a little bit better, right? Yeah, we all know. Avex can do whatever it wants. Yeah, bro. I mean, I'm 100% sure you are on that trade, right? It was somewhere over here. 100% sure you are on it, Smurn. But yeah, it can. And to be honest with you, like, not to take care of this, ooh, could be. I would like to, like, not even, you don't need to wipe all of them, right? Like, wick into this stuff, get back above this hip, bro, that's gonna be freaking changing stuff. Like, coming back, pull back into the middle of the range, bro, you are freaking golden. Boy, oh boy. But hey, people are saying alt season is over, so maybe we should stop longing it, right? I don't know. I keep missing when everything is... see? You can't miss it. Exactly. Exactly that. But yeah, it's beautiful. Same with injective, what it's gonna do. Like, if this gonna go into the freaking 4.4 area, boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Avex, yeah, Avex bot. There you have it. Even freaking Avex bot took it. From 8.74. That's gonna be the close 8.74. Oh, nice. That's a freaking proper one. See? Happy I pulled up this bot up. Founded it. Jesus. Grandma is it in? Everyone and their grandma is it in. Yeah, exactly. Bro, if I would get a freaking commission for every single thing that I did, I would not be here anymore. I would be poor. No. No, that's not the case. But yeah, all freaking great, I guess. So, I think everyone is happy. Take some profits. Awesome to hear. Freaking perfect. Oh, love it. Love it, guys. I freaking love it. Right? Don't forget, we are still in the sideways range, right, on most of the coins. But yeah, the regain of the high is much more probability than losing the low and getting into the, like, not appealing liquidity, because there isn't most of the case into the lows anymore. So we've been quite wiped the books on it, right? So yeah, let's have a look what the rest did on the market. Here, another one. Let me use, we can clean this up. Like, with one eye catch, right? Look at how perfectly it comes into the lows of that. And even this one, right? 2% stop loss. Like, that, for what? All season is over, guys. Don't buy shit. Oh, this meme coin. What the fuck did this? Oh, lost the low. Begin the high. Oh fuck. You're potentially looking for this. Oh, it's already there. If not, gonna get rid of the liquidity. All of this stuff. If that's gonna do something like this and fail from it, I might tend to do the short on it. Fucking hell. Okay, I need to pay attention to that one. What do we have? Gram B. What's this doing? I think Max was bragging about it, right? In the chat. I saw something. Fucking hell, look at that. It did come back into the support. Broke, but it did. Now regain. Close the... Alright, it's a daily. Yeah, it did broke. Fuck it. Regain the previous high. And you're potentially looking into the change of trend. By doing that. Squeezing up a little bit. And then freaking do the ballistic thing. Yeah. Drop the wallet, sir. Yeah, okay, never mind then. I'm gonna read that out loud. Oh, there are people that are listening in on us. Ooh. That could be nice. Positive monthly. Weekly close above. That could be pretty. Grow. Need to buy more. Right. Oh, I want to mention something for people who knows. We had really freaking 23% of move, guys. And we are starting to close above it. Is it possible that this gonna survive somehow? Yeah. Yeah. Not gonna touch it at all. Litecoin as well. Look at those gains. Like, look at that. Freaking hell. And I'm here talking about 15% move. What I catch. That's the thing. Like, I don't care about most of the coins. Like, this is my top pick, and I'm always trading them. Right? I have some spot backs as well on the side, but that's something different. But this is like the mine bread and butter that I trade, that I know by heart. I stick with it. Okay. Rio. Now that's a good question, my lady. Rio. How about that? Sideways. On weekly. But and I need to say, I need to give it because it's not much, but humble things are matters, right? I guess. So used to say something about it good. We did regain the previous high, right? Not on the wick. I don't care about that because those are freaking. So the things on wicks on this chart is from Max Zero Gate. Those are freaking scammy as fuck, right? So don't even like considering because most of them they are not even on the exchange setup. Anyhow, this is quite nice start of something, right? Because not only we are not anymore going sideways to the downside, but we did quite big push with a regain. So that means there is quite a lot volume and capital flow coming into it to hold it up. Yes, you can argue with me as well about it. That's just because they don't want to be delisted from Maxi. They need to do some volume once in a while. show some strength. No matter what, it's still something potential to do. Why? Because it's regained, right? And we are still holding on. Next regain, if you're going to do that, right, could be what we're going to do same over here, higher up. It's a build-up structure, right? It's not something that we should like go straight from it, but it's a build-up to bigger things, right? And not gonna lie, we kind of did 1x already from the low, so 1.5 almost. So there it is, right? It's not something major, but yeah, it is what it is. So this is, and you can know as well that this is my average buy on this bag. I've been lately, I don't know why, but I'm just bored about it. Lately, I've been buying every single low again, and I push my like average entry into the 0.06, so or 8. What is it? 9ish. Sorry, that it's still massive. It's not something that we're gonna do in one go, freaking 1000%. I don't think even. Maybe I'm gonna push a little bit lower to get out of it, but that stuff getting start to get too heavy. But yeah, this is what it is. Oh, I deleted from my watch list. Why? Why? Hello, Eagle. What you mean? 5 TPs of 25? All of this, you mean? Oh, it's this is just on TradingView. It's not that I put them in, but it's to have the. I used to have alerts on them. I have alert over here, but I used to have alerts if the price start to peak, like if you're gonna have those wicks. It's not that I'm putting all those things into my trading or in my account. I think I have their different levels, but even there, like you more than optimistic. I see. Like even there, like bro, if we start, I'm even not even thinking about it. We're gonna get here, like not even close. Max what we can get, like maybe this, right? Underside readers of that shit over here, and do it another one, or go sideways. Keep building it up here. So used to so yeah. I sent a message to Smiley about it, like, bro, don't play with my feelings and hopes that it's gonna do something. Why are you buying it though? It's Eve. So why I'm buying? I had a really big bag that I took a profit of it, right? So I took some profit over here from where we've been doing using it here, and I've been buying here. So my bag started to get bigger. I don't want to losing out on that one. So like I don't want to lose the whole bag and keep it for fucking like side goals or whatsoever. Why I'm buying it, I want to push my average price as low as possible, right? So when we start to peak or come close to it, or even going above that, no matter what, I'm gonna be even like in profit, but I can like get rid of that bag, not sticking for ages with it, right? It's not that I'm aiming that we're gonna do freaking ballistic things over it. Like if that's gonna happen, like you're not gonna see me anymore. It's just something that yeah, I rather to get out of the back in close to profit than losing freaking most of it. Lambos on it, not much. Two Lambos. Oh, mate. Yeah, it's mortals can relate, guys. Hey, I have another one, but I'm stacking up. This too, I'm gonna freaking kick his balls for it, but this too, he got into my head with it, and I'm stacking up with freaking troll shit. So yeah, we've been heavily buying that shit. For shitting giggles, I do not care about it at all, but it's just like for shitting giggles, we've been stacking up. It's funny. The one that I'm taking seriously is Crow. That I'm taking quite serious because I kind of know I've been playing that for a while, and with the whole strat that I built up for it with the capital flow index on top of it. Where is it? Here. Right? All of this. Yeah, we are coming quite close to the pop of it. Right? So yeah, we are getting there. So yeah, that one I'm taking quite serious. I have some bags that, like, guys, let me be like with my degen stuff as well. I don't have much, but it's humble stuff. The rest is quite serious, like Hype, Injective, Apex, Solana. Like, bro, I've been fucking buying the shit out of it, and they are quite serious bags, right? Those are my most serious bags with Crow. Right? SMT as well. That one had a nice move, but I am on that one. To be honest with you, it's been a while I've been buying it, but I'm not sure if I'm from. I need to check 07-ish. I think somewhere over here, this whole hip over here, I've been buying it up. It dumped. Yeah, I need to recheck that one. But yeah, I'm as well an MSMT. Not really having, faith in it that much. And it's been quite a long time I've been deep diving into the fundamentals because I think they changed something up and they are switching up some things. But yeah, it's still there. And I'm kind of waiting for BGB. This is something that I've been showing a couple weeks ago, I guess. I'm kind of like, it's not that about the stupefaced, like I don't care about that. It's something to consider, but I'm more like, I would like to see it coming back at this hip over here. If that's happened, 1.3, I'm gonna stacking on it. That hip here. I would like to see get that. Because like I've been saying, BGB, it just super beginning phase. This is nothing comparing what this is doing, right? So those two, like you see that? The first ever move on BNB and then the whole retrace of it, right? That shit is doing exact the same thing, right? Why? Because they will eventually use this token same way as Binance using BNB. Especially, and I really like that on Bitget because they are quite heavy on it as a use case and how they deal with it, fundamental sides. It's not many exchanges that can trade even on it, or you can buy it up. Most of it is on Bitget, and that's the most brilliant idea about it. Don't put it on the different exchanges. Keep it where they live. So yeah, I'm quite bullish on that one, but I would like to see it a little bit more lower, to be honest. But hey, this is it. Bigger it gets, right? What you guys talking about? That's a good one. What per chart are you using on? Gate. And that sucks because I realized all of those wigs been scammy and it didn't happen on Hype. So I need to change that, but I have way too many stuff on it already to what I draw. But not considering the wig, so most likely what I'm doing is always something like that on it, right? I'm using Gate. I need to change that. Yeah. So yeah, let's do another one, right? 40. So that's the one that I'm using. Right. I saw that one. Yeah, that dude been quiet for like a year or something, and he came up with his freaking analysis of SMT. I was like, oh, the old boy. He's still in it. He's still loving it. But yeah, it's I like that. Yeah, he's a good one. Was that the guy as well that was heavy on ETH, and there was one more, right? Been like from Trendmaster. I remember that. Stop buying. That's my job. Oh, Yeah. Yeah, I found it funny, yeah. I was reading this stuff, by the way, but good. It's good stuff. So yeah, so far, freaking great. It's really nice. Oh, objective. I'm seriously considering if this pulls up and we're gonna hold on it, builds up again, bro, I'm gonna fucking do that trade. I'm gonna pull that trade on max out leverage. I'm really considering. It's kind of like it's you know, oof. Tempting if you take this setup by there are wait, let me see what? Wait, you seriously did look at XRP and thought by yourself like I should buy that shit? Bro, please wash your mouth. Wash your mouth, bro. Like, yeah, of course, yeah, I agree. It did the move. But as one of the few ones, it did break the structure. Skim through entry. Yeah, sure. Don't try to explain yourself. Sure, mate. It's okay. But yeah, okay. What can I say? It did break. So even here, right? Not even coming close above that. What you should look at it is this. Joking. But yeah, it is valid. So yeah. Okay, let's be okay. We know something about you more. Keeping up on your top 5 coins that you trade. It's okay. Don't be ashamed. We all have shitty coin that we've been trading and fall in love with it. Yeah. Go to the corner. Let's be. Yeah. Oh, Eve with passion. I hate that we coin with passion. That's same thing. Oh, this is me with XRP, same as 50 Cent to what's his name? Diddy. Oh, that beef is with passion. What 50 Cent is doing to Diddy, oh my god. Dude is destroyed. That's me and XRP. Yep. That passion. Oh my god. I didn't know I could be that petty as he is. Oh, that dude. I found so much respect more to 50 Cent and oh, awesome. Love it. Did you see this the partnership with fuck, what was this? DoorDash. 50 Cent and partnership with DoorDash. You need to Google that shit. You need to Google and check that. Or research it on YouTube. Dude, the wordplay, what he's doing in that commercial, it's extremely. There is so many hints against Diddy. It's incredible. DoorDash wins for me with that commercial. Oh, if they're gonna be in Europe or in like some countries, I will fucking buy the shit out of it and use it just because of that commercial with 50. Greatest thing ever what he did. But yeah, that's me at XRP. But yeah, guys, overall, great stuff. This is looking really, really good, and I love it. Even the bots are freaking on. Like the ones that I have, Jesus, 5 of them already in a super juicy long. That's awesome. Great stuff. Great stuff. Like yeah, no matter what you do, it's guys, it's yeah, you should be just freaking on top of it. Like if it's automation, if it's manual trading, spot, no matter what, there is always a way to make freaking money. You cannot say that you cannot make money from it because it's I found it impossible to even think about. Impossible. Like even with this strategy, as easy as it gets, one indicator, patient, time, wait, buy, sell, done, and do it over and over again. I don't care if it's gonna take you 2, 3 years or a cycle or two. Still, it will make you money more Even if you when you're gonna invest in a bank or something, or in fucking horrible stuff like what they offer you with the interest and all that shit. But yeah, it's all about your own mentality and way of thinking. If you think that this is taking too long, then I don't know what to tell you. When people trade with little funds, hard when people trade. Yeah, but the leverage kills. But if it doesn't matter, like if okay, so if someone have, for example, $50, right, and he only have that $50, and he trade with leverage, one trade can kill that $50. But using that $50, for example, with 1x, 2% stop loss, you can take multiple trades after that. If once your stop loss is going to be hit, you still can double it. No matter if you need to take 50 freaking trades in a week to double it or whatsoever, but still, you can make money. Even if you have, like, let's say $50 on your pocket to trade with. I don't care. You still can double it. After that, you have 100, right? Keep up doing with $50 keep the 50 on the side, and you double it again and double it again, right? Work your way up. It's there is nothing for free. You still need to work your way up with it, even if it's like you have low amount of funds. Still, that doesn't say you shouldn't trade or you cannot trade, because you still can, no matter what. Even if you invest $10, I don't care. You still can make that $10 into the 20. It's a longer way. It's still there, possibility to do it, right? Same thing. And this is a little bit maybe weird to say. If you are working a job, right? If you have a job and you're working 9 to 5 or whatsoever job you have, you need to work 30 days to get your paycheck, right? Or you're getting paycheck first and then you work 30 days. Because I don't think that works like that. I don't think you get first year your rewards before you're gonna work for it. Same with trading. You need to work for it. Put that $10 or put that $20 or whatsoever and make it double it. And understand, maybe if you don't understand trading, but then if you don't understand trading, you have low funds, learn knowledge, take time for it. It takes at least a cycle, right? To understand the whole perspective of trend and maybe structure. You don't need leverage at all. Literally, you don't need leverage. If, for example, let's say you work for it, right? Take that 50, 1x, add it, and work your way up. You work for that money, right? It doesn't come for free. Only to high leverage. Really. Max bidding, yeah. All right, shake. Shake Smyrn. Yeah. It's a simple thing. And I know it's not sexy, and I know people are doing it because so I need to do it as well. No, you don't. Work your way up. Learn about it. Understand it. When you can risk more, then you use more of it. If not, you stick with the way that you able to risk or to manage and to trade off. Simple as that. Same with bots. Like how, like, Ego can agree with that as well, or like say something about it. But same with bots. What kind of amounts that we always prefer for people to use it? As low as possible. You don't need that much. Literally, you don't. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Peace of mind, less leverage. Exactly. That's as well peace of mind, less stress. Why? Why would you risk more? Right? Like, I don't think people are going into the casino, stepping in and say like all in, and in 2 seconds they walk away from the casino. No, you want to stick as long as possible, right? I guess in a casino as well. And it's comparing to gambling. I know crypto is not gambling if you do it right, but yeah, it's kind of the same purpose. You want to stick in the game as long as possible. How do you do it? Managing it. Rules. Set rules. anything. So yeah, I think that's the whole idea and purpose of it. Learning, right? We are here. We help. People should learn. If you don't learn, then you don't know. Knowledge is the key, not the leverage. If so, this is okay. This may be extreme, but if I didn't have the knowledge, like I couldn't pull up those trades if I didn't had all of my knowledge from the years that I've been freaking doing this, right? Like that's the whole deal. I'm sticking with my plans. I'm doing the things that I've been learn, teach, and understand, right? And it works. I back tested as well for so many years, and now it's all playing kind of out. This is kind of the work that I'm doing. This is my work. It sticks. It's rules. It's the way that I need to do things. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Same thing in 9 to 5 jobs. There are rules. There are things that you need to understand and things to do. Same thing on the charts. This is technically, you should look this as a work, not as a pleasure or something, because you should have the how you call it, man, I lost my word for it. The ethic, the work ethic, yeah, the work ethic, and the never mind. The work. Let's stick with work ethic. It's kind of the same thing. Determination. I don't know. I lost it. You need seal. Yeah. So yeah, all there. All there to grab it, but you need to first learn about it. Voting room. Here. I hear you. Not if going off, Adrian. Oh yeah, I hear all those pinging. Yeah, things. Yeah, notifications. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I I have my full window open just because of the bot records the screen, and I figure it was a little bit too small of a window that I recorded last time. So I tried to do it like that, so I don't see the message, but I hear them. And I've been only thinking which group when I'm in it's pinging right now, and I thought like definitely it's your guys because we agree that I'm gonna be in the meeting in a second. And yeah, see you, plumbers. Have a good one. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. Yeah, so it is always me. Yeah, it is always you. Yeah, and I already know like Ego. This is the funny thing. Like I know if I see, for example, like a number of notifications in our group, like if it's above 5, I know it's with you because the way how you post things, like oh bro, I was like oh my god, so much, and then I came in. Oh, it's only a couple words. Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's all. I don't know. That's you. But yeah, okay. I'm going a little bit off. I hope this is all clear and you guys understand it. And happy to share more if you need it. If you need some help, we are here, like mentoring as well, like helping you guys with anything. Ask questions. There are no stupid questions. Believe me. If you're new to the game, you should ask as much as possible because knowledge is the key. That's the only thing. After that, it comes quite smoothly and it will click eventually. Don't worry. If it's not now, it's not going to be tomorrow, but eventually it will click. It needs time. Everything needs time. All right. So yeah, please, by all means, reach out if you need anything. I'm gonna post the links over here as well if you need them. So you can find everything over there. And so far, thank you very much. Appreciated you all, and I will see you Sunday. So let's have a look how the week's gonna end, and be aware. Saturday, monthly close. Sunday, weekly open. 2 major levels. Depends how high we're gonna get. It will have some bigger reaction, and of course, following ups on that one. But yeah, we're gonna look at it in Sunday, I guess. So yeah, thanks. Be safe. take care and trade away. Yeah, on the flip side.